And one. All right, guys, I'm Kian Brown checking in with a friend of mine who is pretty incredible. She's the CEO and founder of the Wealth Factory INC. She works with financial literacy, and Forbes magazine calls her the next Steve Jobs. Angel Rich, what's up?
Hey, thanks for having me. Excited to be here.
I'm so glad that you're able to make it. Look, you are an amazing individual. You got an app. You travel the world. You know, everyone loves you. You're providing lots of inspiration and education when it comes to financial literacy, not only to young people in the form of an app, which is brilliant, but also, you're speaking on large stages all over the world. How would you introduce yourself in a one-liner to people who this is the first time?
Oh, wow. I guess I would say I'm sort of humbly a tech genius combined with a humanitarian.
Yes. That's the perfect yes, yes, yes. I mean, we also have we're also in class of 2018 of the most influential people of African descent, my pad. What was that
Yes.
like to work with the United Nations? What was that like for you?
That was definitely a really special experience. I'm also honored with them to have the additional recognition of being one of the top five most influential people in the world. So that led to different relationships with Indaba Mandela and Colin Kaepernick, and I believe Chadwick Boseman and Princess Megan was also on there. I haven't met them yet though. So just being able to pretty much have a network where I can touch anybody, almost anybody in the world that I want to within a day is a pretty powerful network to be a part of.
Indeed. Talk a little bit about your app. I am so interested in kind of its development and where you're at with it now.
Yes, so Credit Stacker Pro is available on Google Play and iOS. We just relaunched it as a paid app now after successfully getting about 500,000 downloads on our free version. We're now very focused on the revenue of the app and having it be the go to tool for companies, schools, as well as families when they're considering financial literacy. It's similar to Candy Crush, except for swapping around candy. You swap around credit types to pay off your debt, achieve a high credit score, and learn from the multiple choice questions. And it's been named the best financial literacy product in the country by the White House, Department of Education, JP Morgan Chase. And we're happy,
Sheesh.
yeah, we're happy that it's the number one education app in 14 countries and top five in 40.
Yeah, it says that your game raises financial literacy. Wow, I'm just reading this graphic. The game raises financial literacy rates by 42% after 12 weeks, and can influence user behavior and raise credit scores by 75 points in as little as 2 weeks. How in
Yes,
the world? How,
you
Sway?
if somebody else said that to me, I wouldn't believe them. I actually asked for evidence myself, and in the screenshot, I wrote back, "You're kidding me." So this is exactly what happened. We launched the game on August 2nd. On August 17th, someone sent me a screenshot of their credit report, and their comment said, "I learned so much from your game that my credit score went up by 75 points in 2 weeks." And
Wow.
I responded and said, "You're kidding me. How?" Apparently, he downloaded the game the day we launched it. He went through it, learned all of this stuff that he never knew before, immediately started fixing his credit report and adjusting things around. It happened to also align with the cycle of when they were updating his credit report. So his score really did go up by 75 points in 2 weeks. We have other
That's
amazing
incredible.
stories as well, but that one to me has been the most profound.
On your journey, you went to Hampton University as well.
Yes.
I'm so grateful that you went to historically black college. What was that like for you?
That was that was very interesting, long story short, because I'm from DC. So a lot of people go to a HBCU to get the black experience. I sort of grew up in the black experience. But I learned a lot about socioeconomics at Hampton. Hampton is a very rich, wealthy school. So it was almost very interesting for me to learn the different layers of socioeconomics and how that impacts our behavior as a culture with having nothing to do with race whatsoever. So oftentimes we blame things on our color or how people perceive us but because of our color, but we don't stop to actually analyze how people might be grouped by classes.
Wow. I'm so interested in kind of where you are now in your study and practice in financial literacy, and what are some things inside of this pandemic that are coming up for you and that are fresh for you?
Yes, well, one of the main reasons we switched over to the paid version of the game is because COVID has sort of expedited the need for online learning in the schools. We've been screaming it forever since before it was a thing, but we kind of felt like now was the time to strike with the online learning. I mean, we already have the accolades, so why not go ahead and be able to present it? So basically, we decided to go ahead and make the app a paid app on Google Play and iOS, as well as we launched our textbook, financial literacy textbook, on Amazon and Google. No, Barnes and Noble. It's Wealthy
Okay.
Life Financial Literacy Textbook on Barnes and Noble and Amazon. And that is the most comprehensive financial literacy textbook on the market. So we're now in the midst of a full-on marketing campaign for schools and families to be able to pick up our textbook as well as our game.
I love all the things you're doing, Angel. As we close, I just want to give you the final word because you are such an expert in your field, such a light in this area, and I just really want people who are being introduced to you for the first time, to really walk away. Clearly, you got a book, you got a app that's going to support people in raising their credit score. What else can you say to people that are currently in the pandemic, kind of looking around, trying to see what's next? What do you offer?
I would say follow your heart and follow the money. And I mean that in the most sincerest sense. Like if you could wake up and do something for free every day, what would that be? That's your heart. And then once you figure out what that lane is, go and my secret is look at the Google search trends as well
Indeed.
as what companies perform the best and do a cross analysis of okay, I have a heart for this is trending right now, and this company is doing really well, and then come up with some type of combination of what type of business you can start.
I love that. Also, I want to ask you this more inside of character development and elevating oneself. What is a trait or something that you have had to develop in yourself on this journey to really sit in this seat and to achieve what you've achieved?
I would have to say vulnerability.
Mm.
A
Ooh,
closed mouth don't get fed,
yeah.
and oftentimes, especially as Black people, we want to hold things close to our chest. We want to be prideful. We want everybody to see us as good. We want to be knowledgeable on every subject, yada, 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 yada. And especially when you're a box checker or an overachiever and never really had a hardship or failed at anything before, but life can be hard, especially when you're in the middle of a pandemic. So you have to be somewhat vulnerable. I'm not saying just drop all your pride on the floor, but you have to have somebody that you trust, or either just take a calculated risk to reach out to somebody and say, "Hey, can you help me with this? Can you show me how to do this?" At the beginning of the call, I asked what video equipment you using. I'm trying to figure it out right now. Everybody might think I would be an expert on it, but I'm not. So, just being vulnerable to say, hey, what are you using? What are you doing? And just getting that advice, because otherwise you're just going to be spinning your wheels in your pride, and that's not going to get you nowhere.
Angel Rich from the Wealth Factory. You guys should check out Credit Stacker. The app is amazing. Check out this new paid version. I'm going to download it. Thank you so much for doing this. So grateful to know you, one of the most influential, I say, people on the planet, specifically in the diaspora. Absolutely. The next Steve Jobs. I can't wait to see what's next for you. We got to take a picture. We're on a split screen right now. So let's just take a picture
Okay.
real fast. Ready? On the count of three. One, two, three. All right, sis. Thank you so much.
All
Be
right.
safe.
Have a good one, brother.
Take
See
care.
you later.
Bye. Man, Angel Rich, love her. Such a great spirit. I'm so excited about all the things that she's going to create. For more of this, check out thebrandelevator.com. We want to support you during this season. Thank you for watching. This is the Check In. I'm KB.